All right, homework question 21. They tell us we got this nitrogen laser that generates a pulse that contains 10 millijoules, or sorry, 11.1 millijoules of energy, and the wavelength of that laser is 337.1 nanometers. They want to know how many photons are in this pulse. And so again, this can be very similar to that last problem where we find energy based on this wavelength. And then once we find energy based on this wavelength, right, we can then find out, okay, joules per photon, here's the total number of joules that we have. So I would start there and find energy, right? Energy equals Planck's constant, the speed of light over my wavelength. Before we do that, right, we need to convert our wavelength from nanometers into meters, right? 1 times 10 to the 9 nanometers in 1 meter. So 3.371 times 10 to the minus 7 meters is our wavelength. All right, so energy equals 6.626 times 10 to the minus 34 joules times seconds for Planck's constant, 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second for my speed of light. My wavelength, 3.371 times 10 to the minus 7 meters. All right, that's going to give us energy per photon. All right, so divide that by 3.371 times 10 to the minus 7. And I get something like 5.897 times 10 to the minus 19 joules. And again, that's per photon. So now we need to convert millijoules into joules, right? So 11.1 millijoules. So just like you would go from molar to millimolar or meter to millimeter, right? In 1 joule, we're going to have 1,000 millijoules. Yeah, so 0.0111 joules. There's our total energy that we have, right? And I know I have this much energy per photon. So I just want to say, okay, in 1 photon, because again, we want to be left with the number of photons that are released. In 1 photon, I've got 5.897 times 10 to the minus 19 joules. So joules cancel out, right? And we're left with number of photons. So I'm going to divide by 5.897 times 10 to the minus 19. All right, and I get number of photons equals, let's say 1.8. I'm going to say 1.88 times 10 to the 16 photons. I'm going to say 3 significant figures because you told me 11.1 millijoules. So we've got 3 sig figs there. I would go with 3 significant figures in our final answer for question 21.